Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's someone who works hard and does what is needed without making much noise, but don't expect him to shoot for the stars or chase big promotions. He's unlikely to talk big about his future. If he does, it's mostly just words. He is steady, not ambitious, so don't expect big leaps in his career.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to quietly pull back and keep his feelings to himself rather than make a scene. He won't yell or throw a tantrum. He'll probably just withdraw, maybe become quieter or less involved for some time. He prefers to handle troubles alone and take his time to adjust.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work probably find him polite and easy to get along with, as he rarely gets into fights or arguments. He isn't the type to cause drama or say harsh things, and most people would find him respectful and well mannered. Others know he minds his own business and doesn't create trouble.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your own career, he likely won't make a fuss or try to compete with you. He's not the jealous type and he won't put you down or get angry about your success. His main response will be calm and low key, not insecure or resentful.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's not likely to resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He doesn't measure his worth by comparing himself to others, and he's not the type to let ego get in the way. Most likely, he will quietly accept the situation and continue with his routine.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's more likely to be careful with money than to spend without thinking. He doesn't enjoy chaos or taking financial risks, so he will watch expenses and prefer simple, steady choices instead of flashy or impulsive ones. He likes to keep things predictable and safe when it comes to money.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He knows what he can afford and sticks to it without trying to impress anyone with fancy things or show off. He prefers a simple, steady life and is quite comfortable being honest about what he has.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is more reserved than open handed, both with money and his emotions. He's polite and won't be rude, but he finds it hard to show warmth or offer help, especially if it means giving away too much. He tends to hold back, saving resources for himself and keeping his circle small.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He isn't likely to be controlling or suspicious about money, but he also won't be very open or chatty about it. He prefers to quietly handle his own affairs and doesn't feel the need to hide things, yet he may not share much unless you ask directly. If you want open talk about finances, you'll have to gently bring it up yourself.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to believe that everyone should pitch in with housework, rather than thinking it's only the woman's job. He works hard himself, so he respects effort from others and isn't someone who expects to be waited on. Overall, sharing duties feels fair to him.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more the type to step in and actually help with chores and diapers if you ask, rather than just watching or telling you what to do. He isn't full of energy, so he might not jump up on his own, but he will quietly do his part when it's needed. Instead of supervising, he'll roll up his sleeves and get the job done. Just don't expect a burst of excitement or creative solutions.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not the type to argue just to prove he's right. Instead, he tends to listen more than talk, and he rarely pushes his own opinions loudly. Even if he doesn't fully understand your side right away, he won't fight or try to win an argument.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays calm and respectful rather than saying hurtful things or becoming aggressive. He's not the type to shout or lash out with harsh words. You won't have to worry about rude language or aggressive actions from him.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he isn't the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. His temper is slow and he prefers to keep things peaceful rather than letting anger take over. You won't see him suddenly blowing up or causing a scene when things go wrong.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He is not the blaming type and won't try to push problems onto you. When he makes a mistake, he's more likely to quietly accept it than argue or make excuses. If you gently point out what went wrong, he will listen without fighting back.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no truly means no. He values being polite and doesn't push or force others to do things they aren't comfortable with. You won't have to worry about him crossing lines or making you feel uncomfortable.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He usually doesn't take it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of getting upset or making you feel guilty, he's more likely to quietly accept your feelings and give you space. You won't find him sulking, nagging, or complaining. He prefers to handle things calmly.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He isn't the type to use your secrets or intimate experiences against you, even if he's upset or angry. Respect means a lot to him, and he knows how to keep personal matters private.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He prefers routine and comfort rather than chasing excitement or new adventures, even in relationships. His style is quiet and steady, and he values stability over thrills.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not over possessive, jealous, or controlling. He is comfortable giving you space and doesn't feel the need to always check up on you or restrict your freedom. He trusts quietly and isn't easily threatened by your friendships or time apart.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature does not hide a controlling personality. He is polite and respects boundaries, and he isn't the kind to use care or concern as an excuse to boss you around or limit your choices. If he worries about you, it's out of genuine care, not because he wants to control where you go or what you do.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as something that should be shared rather than expecting you to do everything alone. He's not the type to avoid responsibilities or dump all the work on you, though he may not always notice what needs to be done without a gentle reminder. Just be clear about what you need, and he'll try to help.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm instead of losing his temper. He doesn't get angry quickly and isn't likely to shout or overreact. His way is to handle problems quietly, maybe by stepping back and giving space, rather than making a big scene.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will quietly support your role as both a mother and your own person. He won't demand that you give up your dreams or put all your energy only into family duties. He respects your independence and will not be jealous or controlling about your choices.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will suddenly change and ask you to quit your career after you have a child. He doesn't believe in forcing his choices on you and respects your independence. He prefers peace and avoids drama. So it's unlikely he will create conflict about your work later on.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will be polite and respectful to your parents, but real warmth might be missing. You can count on him to say namaste, help with chairs, or remember basic manners, but don't expect him to crack jokes, bring extra gifts, or join in lively conversations with ease. He keeps things pleasant, though sometimes it may feel a bit distant. He is more likely to quietly adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly rather than make things worse. He doesn't like drama or conflict and prefers to keep things peaceful. So he won't start arguments or add fuel to the fire. He won't embarrass you or create scenes, but he might not defend you loudly either.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is more likely to quietly expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives, even if he doesn't demand it at home. He won't pressure you loudly or make harsh rules, but you might sense a gentle expectation to dress, speak, or behave in ways that please his family when they are around. He may not fully realize the pressure it puts on you unless you explain your feelings to him directly.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will most likely stay out of it rather than openly take sides, either with you or his family. He wants peace and avoids conflict, so you may find him becoming very quiet or not getting involved at all. His help is gentle and in the background, not forceful or dramatic.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He isn't exactly a mummy's boy, but he tends to avoid conflict rather than clearly pick sides. If there's tension with his mother, he won't rush to defend her or you. Instead, he'll probably stay quiet and hope things settle down on their own. He won't betray you or blame you, but he also won't challenge his mother directly.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He's not the kind of man who will share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and tends to keep personal matters to himself, especially when it comes to emotional or household issues. It's a sign that he respects boundaries, though you might need to work on open communication together.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so, not too good, not too bad, a bit mediocre. Being in a relationship with him is steady and calm, but can sometimes feel a little lonely or routine. He works hard and avoids drama. So daily life is peaceful and without big fights.